And welcome to Let's Replay Mario Party 8. That's right, Mario, it's time to rock and roll. Back by popular demand, we have Mario Party again. We're going to choose file 3. Use my me, not Brandon's or Brandman's, whatever you want to know him as. I have to shave for the school I go to. He doesn't. Lucky. So he's got a full beard and I've got nothing.
Welcome to the Star Carnival.
So yes, these are the hosts. There's actually two. MC Ballyhoo, which is the guy on the bottom, and then the hat. Ooh, I don't know the name of, and I don't care! Haha! This is the only Mario Party available on the Wii. Mario Party 9 is coming out, but as of right now, it's not out. Check the date. Don't go be like, oh, Mario Party 9's already out. Well, yeah, that might be 2 years from now or so. I don't know when it's coming out, but whatever. So we have 5 options: the Party Tent, the Star Battle Arena, the Minigame Tent, the Extra Zone, the Fun Bazaar. Actually, there's 6 options. We also have Back, which is the best option of them all. But since this is a brand new file, we're going to start with the Star Battle Arena. And we will get our way towards unlocking these 2 characters, Blooper and Hammer Bro. They're really easy to tell what they are. They're not blacked out to where you can't see them at all. Obviously, we're choosing Boo because he is awesome. And there's no reason not to choose him. So in the Star Battle Arena, basically you will be going against another character in a one-on-one match through all of the 6 stages. And then once you beat them all, you will face Bowser. Yep, we're rising up to the challenge of our rivals, you know. And the last note, Survivor stalks his prey in the night, yeah. Yeah, I know, that's a really bad Eye of the Tiger reference, but whatever. Time for the first battle versus Toad. And yes, I will be explaining how Mario Party actually works right now, so don't worry about that. So our first stage is DK's Treetop Temple. Now keep in mind, in Star Battle Arena, all these are condensed versions, meaning they're smaller, and the actual board is much bigger. So let's go ahead and hear a few secrets about the board. So in this case, for Star Battle Arena, the rules are different than a normal party. You have specific things set out in mind. In Treetop Temple, you have to collect 2 stars to win. There are 20 coins for each star. So you have to pay 20 coins to get a star, and after that, if you can get 2 stars, you'll win the game. And good, I'm going first. So the first star is right there. Star Battle 1. So whenever your turn starts, you basically have characters go in turn orders. Normally there's 4 players, so it will cycle through your turns. So the first thing you will do is hit a dice block, which I'm not going to do off the bat, and then you'll move however many spaces that is. You can't move less, you've got to move the exact amount you can. And you'll land on spaces that have different effects. All the blue spaces will give you 3 coins. Red spaces will discard 3 coins, meaning you'll lose them. The question mark spaces, which are chance spaces also known, they make different things happen. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. It just kind of depends on the board and where it is. The versus modes are only available in All-Star. Sorry for hitting my mic there. They're not All-Star. On Star Battle, this isn't Super Smash Bros. It's only available in Star Battle, and basically that will make you play a versus minigame against whoever else you're competing against for money. The yellow spaces, the challenge, that's what it is, challenge minigames, squares, are once again only in Star Battle. Whenever you land on one of these, you'll play one of 3 minigames to win coins, not against your rival, just a 1-player game. And then we have the DK/Bowser spaces. Whenever you land on a DK space, he will do something good. In this case, he will throw you directly to the star, and then after he's gone, it will switch to a Bowser space. Bowser will actually move the star to another spot. And then after Bowser's gone, it will switch back to DK, so it cycles between those 2. Also worth noting, on only the Star Battle modes, there are blocks like these around the board. There's one right there. There's also another one right here. Whenever you go past these, they will give you either 1, 5, or 10 coins, depending on what number you hit. And then there's also spaces where you can find candy, which candy will let you do certain things before your roll or to change the amount of dice blocks you have. There's a whole bunch of different ones for that. And whenever you find them on the ground, they are free. However, you can also go to a shop like this one right here and get whatever you want, but you actually have to pay for it. Now, specific to this board, we have the barrel cannons. Will shoot you to a different spot on the board. Whenever you see this little platform like this, it means the barrel cannon can shoot you right there. It can shoot you down there. There's a lot of different places it can take you, actually. I think there's one other somewhere on the map, but those might be the only two. Yeah, those are the only two. So that is pretty much it for the basics right now. So let's go ahead and get started. A 6. And we have a Springo candy. Springo candy will let you move to one of your where one of your opponents is standing. So since this is a one-on-one match, it will take me to wherever Toad is. And unfortunately, for once, I actually landed on the DK space, which means he'll throw me to the star. But since I can't afford it, that's not very helpful. And Toad has a 10, so he's going to move pretty far on the board. He got a double dice candy, or a twice candy, which will let him use 2 dice blocks next turn. But he did lose 3 coins, so that's good. Now, in a normal match, whenever after everybody's rolled, you'll have a mini game, but since this is a one-on-one match, that's not the case. And we got 10, that's good. I was hoping for a 10. Now, when actually using the barrel cannon on this map, you do have to pay 5 coins for it, but I'm not going to use it because the star is actually pretty close to where I am, so. There we go. Oh, great. Toad got a bit-sized candy. What that does is you'll turn into a 8-bit version of yourself, and then whenever you roll, you'll get 3 coins for each space you pass. So if you roll an 8, you get 24 coins. So you can get up to 30 coins with that if you roll a good number, but if not, like, you could actually get nothing. If you rolled a 1 and landed on a red space, you just get 3 coins and lose 3 coins, so it all depends on how high a number you can roll. If you roll a really good number, then it's extremely helpful. I'm still not going to use that. But I did roll 7, that's pretty good. And this is a blow-away candy. Basically, you'll activate this, and if you cross somebody on the board while you're moving, it will send them back to the start. So since I landed on a versus space, we're going to play a duel minigame. Which will be Surf's Way Up. In my honest opinion, the duel minigames are probably the best ones in the entire Mario Party 8 thing. So the rules are: steer your space sled through the point goals to rack up the highest score. Avoid the Bowser goals. If you pass through one, your score will drop down to 0. So these are your controls. You just move, and then A and B will let you boost. You can also practice the game if you want to. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to jump right in. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm probably not going to be that great. But whatever. And really, if you're ahead, it's not worth the gamble to get a high, like a really high number. If you might hit a Bowser, it's not going to be worth it. I like to hold the boost the whole way through because you can get all the points first. The only bad thing about it is you might have to watch out for Bowsers like that because sometimes they don't show up that well, and you can actually hit them and it'll really mess you up because your score will drop down to 0. And yeah, I won that by a mile. Yeah, boo. See ya, Toad. You're just gonna lay there on that, whatever you're standing on for the rest of eternity. And now we get to spin the dart wheel. This is basically taking your prize. Now, you can actually aim this. And let's see if I can do it here. Yeah, perfect. If you aim... If you take your cursor from where the top part is, where the dart will land, if you take the top part and go straight down to the bottom, and just a little bit to the right, and throw it right when that's the case, you'll get the one you want every time. Because the speed of that dart wheel is always the same, so. And I think even if Toad gets a 10 here, he won't be able to actually reach the star, so. Yeah, he's not going to reach it. He's not even going to get close. So I just need a good roll this turn. Which hopefully I will get one right here. Because I need it. 8. Alright, that's good enough. Go this way, and we'll pick up a slow-go candy, which will slow the dice block down to make it easier to get whatever number you want, but it lowers it, the dice block. Instead of being 1 through 10, it's only 1 through 5. But it can actually come in handy. You wouldn't think it could, but it actually really can be extremely useful. Now, you can only carry up to 3 candies at once, so if you get more than that, you're going to have to choose one to throw away. And the star's up there, which is way out of my reach, but I can always use my Springo candy and warp to where Toad is, so at least I'll be somewhat closer. No, we're not going to pay 5 coins. I never use the barrel cannon, because there's no guarantee of which spot it will send you to. One of those two, but you never know which. And Toad led in on a duel minigame. Now you'll notice if I win, the dart wheel will be a little bit different, because Toad was the one that landed on the versus space. So he's sort of like the attacker, which means if he wins, he'll get more coins, and I'm the defender, so if I can hold my defense, I still get coins, just the dart wheel won't offer as many coins for you, which you'll see if I win, like I said. Now we have Saucer Swarm, which is shoot more of the incoming invaders than your rivals. Hint, an invader will stun you for a few seconds if it hits your base, so keep pivoting to survey the whole field. And then you pivot with moving the Wii Remote left and right like that, and use the 2 button to shoot. This is actually a very easy minigame, and if you do it right, you can never get stunned the entire time. My record on my old file before I lost my Wii was 51, so I'm going to see if I can maybe get that. Like, not in this try, but, you know, at some point in the project. And the trick with the pivoting is just don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, you're going to miss your targets anyway. See, I didn't get stunned till the very end of that, and I won by 20 points, so that's definitely not my best score ever, but it's not that far off, I guess. I'm sure a lot of people could have done a lot better than that, but still, you know, I haven't played this in a while, so. I've probably lost most of the skill I had on it. Now you'll see, since I was the one defending, the dart wheel doesn't offer as high amounts. It only offers 1, 5, and 10 as opposed to... Hold on. I didn't get it. I got 5, right? Yeah. As opposed to, you know, having 5, 10, and 20, it only has 1, 5, and 10 now. But, you know, still, taking coins away from it is definitely good. Now, after the turn when you get a star, it will, or your opponent gets a star, it'll say, it will give the last place person a boost. In a normal game, in the last 5 turns, it will give the last place person a boost. And in this case, he can win a Springo candy, a Thrice candy, or nothing. And he hit nothing, so I guess he's not going to get any boost after all. No steroids for you. Oh, no. A little help can go a long way. So what, can no help carry you across the finish? Probably not. Alright, now I've got a really good combination here if it works. You can actually use the Springo candy to warp to his location. He'll roll the dice and move however many spaces, and if you can use the blow-away candy, I can send him back to the start, so. But I gotta roll a high enough number with the blow-away candy, and hopefully he won't roll a very high number, but he might use the twice candy to try to get away from me. Just not sure. But either way, using the Springo candy would definitely be a benefit here, so I will take full advantage of that. Okay, 1. That's actually a good number to have right now. Now, if he rolls a 2 or even a 3 or 4, anything relatively low, 7, I still might be able to get him with that. There's nothing bad about just missing with the candy. I mean, you lose the candy, but it's not like it subtracts coins or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot and see if we can't get it. Now, generally, you're going to have a tendency to roll a lower number whenever you try to do something like this. That's what I've always noticed. Not all the time, but especially with an item called the Womp Candy, I always get a low number when I try to use that. Alright, good. He's back at the start, so he probably won't be able to reach the star. He doesn't have a Springo candy, but if he gets one, then he could actually turn this around quite easily. So we're going to hope he doesn't get one. Yeah, of course. I say that, and what happens? He gets one. Of course. Whoop-de-freaking do. Well, you know what? I'm actually going to stop that from happening by using a Slogo candy. This is how you can use... These are like one of the most strategic candies, which is why I love them. To get them to be whatever number you want, all you have to do is, whenever you see the number before that you want, that's when you actually flick the Wiimote, and then you'll get the next number. Since I wanted the 1, I flicked it whenever it said 5, so that's when I got the 1. Because the timing's a little bit off between when you actually flick the remote and when your character hits it. So that's how it works. Alright, let's see what duel we're going to participate in this time. Spin that wheel, MC Ballyhoo. Aw, we almost got a really good one. But it would have been chance, so that probably wouldn't have been that great. But we have Blazing Lassos. This was one of the minigames actually featured in the trailer for this game. It's pretty good for Wii Remote. Wiimote Remote. Never mind. Wiimote Motions. That's what it is. Wiimote Motions. Which I know I always call it Wii Remote, but whatever. So you twirl your lasso, rope a barrel, then yank it back to your pile. You'll get the points marked on each one. So you can't throw your lasso until you've twirled it enough. So whenever it glows, that's when you can throw it. So you twirl it like this, and you throw it, and then you yank the barrel back. It's actually really easy, and really there's no strategic timing that I ever use on it. I just go as fast as I can. So there are points ranked as 5, 10, 30, and 50. Obviously 50 is what you're aiming for, but you know. I just go for speed, you know. I mean, obviously it's good to get higher numbers, so I just try to... As long as I don't get 5, I don't particularly care what I get. But I have won by 100 points right there, so it's not that big a deal. And Toad's gonna get spun right round. Like a record, baby. Ah, drat, the one number I didn't want. If I'd gotten 10 or 20, then he wouldn't have been able to afford the star. But now he's going to use the Springo candy. Oh no, he's going to use the twice candy. That's weird. I would have saved that until after I warped to where I was, but alright, fine. Now it should be noted, if you use the twice candy and you get the same number, they will give you a 10 coin bonus, and if you get 2 7s, they will give you a 30 coin bonus, I believe. Now on this, this score can be helpful, sometimes it's not. If you've got a candy, he will take it away from you and give you coins. If you don't have a candy, he'll say everybody deserves to get candy, here's a little spending money, and give you coins. So sometimes he might take away a candy that you really need, but at other times it might come in handy. Here we have the Wiggly candy, which just takes 1 candy away from every player you pass, but since Toad's behind me, that's not going to be much help. And I landed on a red space. The star is within my reach, I just need to roll a decent number, which is apparently easier said than done. Toad's got more than enough money to afford that star. What's he going to pick up? Springo. Well, that's not much help now, he's about where I am. In fact, he's actually ahead of me. Okay, I need a really, really good roll right here. I'm gonna go ahead and nab that Springo candy just in case I might need it down the road. Because it's the first to 2 stars wins. That's why I wouldn't be... Because if it had been first to 1 star, the game would have already been over, so, you know. Yeah, of course, thanks. I appreciate that game. See, this is what I'm talking about whenever I say you try to do something with candy and it doesn't work that well. And depending on the color of the candy, that actually sort of is the difference between all of them. Yellow candies basically will do something as you pass a player. Like the blow-away candy will send somebody back to the start as you pass them, or the weekly candy takes a candy away as you pass them. The red ones, like the slow go candy and the twice candy, affect your dice before you actually do anything. The blue candies, which you guys haven't seen, those are like attack candies, basically. And then the green candies will do something before you actually make your roll. Like, you know, move to another player's spot or something like that. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that either. Stars down that way. Did I just miss it? Oh, please don't let Toad roll a good number. Please, let him roll like a 2. Please. Oh, that works too. Yes! Victory is mine, sucker. Even if I roll a 1, I got this bad boy. Alright, I nearly hit no. That would have been so awkward. Victory! Well, at least you can take a nap now, Toad. Battle 1. Victory. Our results have been saved. Alright. Alright, so, next time on Let's Play, Mario Party 8. Our next fight will be against Daisy. Or will it be? Well, here's your hint. We're going to the ocean. Splashy Smashy. So I will see you guys then. Later.